of the day on India Upfront as always. Viewers, today we are at an inflection point on a slippery slope. A few months ago, several authorities who pretend to stand in defense of free speech in this country couldn't bring themselves to defend those who endorsed Nupur Sharma's rights to express her views. Some of these individuals, viewers, were expressing their fundamental right to free speech by going out there and saying very clearly that they support Nupur Sharma. Several politicians and Muslim groups raged against Nupur and those who backed her. They called for exemplary punishment according to laws of one faith to punish apostasy. Blood was spilled. Instead of slamming the vigilantes, the Supreme Court, no less, hanging Nupur out to dry by blaming her for beheadings, the murders and violence against people like Umesh Kolhe of Nagpur and Udaipur-based tailor Kanhaiyalal. But today, viewers, this entire ecosystem will have to introspect. Times Now has accessed the NIA chart sheet. It's right in my hands, viewers. It goes into hundreds of pages that details the diabolism behind the slaying of Umesh Kolhe. The NIA in these pages claims clear line of evidence which proves that Umesh Kolhe's murder was not a simple killing but a terrorist act, a plot by highly radicalized Islamists who are members of the Tablighi Jamaat. The motive, according to the NIA, in these pages was always to terrorize a section of the population. Claims the NIA, the investigative agency, also details proof to show how the group of 11 Tablighi Jamaat followers totally believed the obscurantist idea that they have been willed to kill those they deem guilty of apostasy. There is a special reference to the chilling slogan "Gustakhe Nabi ki ek hi saza, sartan se juda" in these pages, viewers. If you look at some of these pages in this chart sheet, the motivation has been clearly held up. And let me read out page 23, clause 17.19. Investigation established that on 19/06/2022 in the evening, in order to discuss Umesh Kolhe's matter, accused 4, accused 5, 7, and 11 assembled at Gausia Hall and decided that the Prophet of Islam has been dishonored and there is only one punishment for it, beheading the person. Gustakhe Nabi ki ek hi saja, sartan se juda. Accordingly, they decided to behead, kill Umesh Kolhe. And it goes on to detail, viewers, the diabolism. First, let's go over the conclusions drawn by the NIA. The NIA says radicalized Islamists pre-planned the murder. The killers were radicalized Islamists of the Tablighi Jamaat, accused influenced by ideology of sartan se juda. It was not a simple murder, but an act of terror. The killers wanted to make out an example of murder. People would not dare to speak up again, is what they tried to suggest. Terrorist group aimed to terrorize a section of the people. Clearly, viewers, we know which section of the people. All of this detailed in this particular chart sheet that we have. Now let's break down the digital evidence. Here is a map, and we're going to pull that up on your screens, of the murder scene, where NIA was marked out, where NIA has very carefully marked out, viewers, the entire route taken by Kolhe and where his killers were waiting to ambush him. At 10 p.m., Kolhe shut his shop and headed home. The accused informed the killers on phone. The accused were waiting to ambush him. Spot where Kolhe was stabbed on neck to behead has been clearly identified, and those really are the charts on the screen there for you to see. And here it is, detailed, viewers, in this particular report here on page 27 of 77. This is the chart sheet. If we can just cut to this, it would be nice, Sharif Bhai, just this paper in front of me. We can take the camera right over my shoulder and cut to that. That's right. There it is. These are the pictures of the scene of crime. And here, through triangulated positions of cell phone towers, you can see where all the other killers were lurking in an attempt to try and corner and ambush Kolhe. Viewers, call data records show all the accused were in touch before, during, and after the murder. Now, here is a flow chart. Focus once again on your screens, viewers. We're going to pull that up. Here is a flow chart. All 11 accused in touch via cell phones, multiple calls between accused prior to the murder, in contact during specific period shows common intent, in touch even after the murder to evade the law. This is all as per the NIA chart sheet, and all of this is also detailed, viewers, in the pages that I am reading out of. In fact, if you were just to look at this chart sheet, you will find it between page 36 all the way up to page 39. All the communication is laboriously in these pages, laboriously detailed in all these various flow charts. And they go into some 10 or 12 pages, viewers, of flow charts to put all these people together, triangulated cell phone records. The third piece of evidence is the cell tower locations of the 11 accused, which shows how they plotted and executed the killing as per the NIA. The accused met repeatedly 2 days before the murder, shows 3 accused carried out a reconnaissance of Kolhe's place of work and his home, shows 3 accused at the scene of crime during the reconnaissance. During murder, accused left phones in an ambulance. 1 accused shuts off the phone for 8 hours during the murder. All of this has been put out by the NIA in its chart sheet. Now, viewers, I'm not saying that this is a verdict. All I'm saying is that this is a chart sheet. It's been accepted by court, and the charges have been framed accordingly, and prima facie, the NIA claims proof. And remember, the NIA has a 93% plus conviction rate. Now, NIA has also been able to penetrate a WhatsApp chat group called Black Freedom. Kolhe and one of the murder accused are part of the group. It now turns out that Kolhe was killed because he supported Nupur Sharma. Yusuf, his friend for 16 years, and who was part of the group, was so upset that he forwarded Kolhe's messages to his killers, sent by Kolhe on the Black Freedom group. So all of these messages that Kolhe was sending in support of Nupur Sharma were forwarded to these individuals. In response to namaz, Ram Bhaks read Hanuman Chalisa. This was sent by Kolhe on the Black Freedom group. It's our duty to support Nupur Sharma. Time to support our sister Nupur. 20% should have overpowered the 80%. All these, I don't even want to go into some of these references, viewers, but all of these references were made by Mr. Kolhe. He was talking in a WhatsApp group amongst a closed circuit of people. He wasn't going out there and spreading dissonance in society at large. Neither was he on a public platform. And therefore, viewers, he should not have been killed. Now, someone might have actually had a problem with what he said and made a complaint. That can be done, but it's for the police in this country to act. It's not for vigilantes to take matters into their own hand, come what may. Now, viewers, the initial probe, as you know, was conducted by the Amravati police. And that happened under the government of the Shiv Sena and the Congress, as well as, of course, the NCP. Now, at that time, this killing was dismissed as a robbery, as some sort of personal enmity, robbery, etc. Today, after what the NIA has found, quite clearly, the BJP and others are coming out and saying that this was an attempt to try and paper over this dastardly act of terror. At least that's what the NIA has described it as. Viewers, the point is that when there were a spate of brutal beheadings, a large number of individuals who, as I told you, ordinarily would have stood with freedom of expression, free speech, the right for people to say what they want to without fear, actually went ahead and blamed Nupur Sharma and these individuals. Now, viewers, Nupur Sharma, guilty or not, will be judged by the court. Nobody can take matters into their own hands, pronounce guilt, and go ahead and take action against those supporting Nupur Sharma or even the personage of Nupur Sharma. But unfortunately, viewers, this entire group has been emboldened because of the support they got. And let me tell you here on record that when the Supreme Court should have drawn a line saying that the violence is condemnable, they went and blamed Nupur Sharma for the violence. They went out there and said that Nupur Sharma, it is because of her that we are seeing all this violence. They even pronounced guilt, viewers, before the matter could even come up for extensive hearing in court. That was the Supreme Court, but there were many others. Asaduddin Owaisi, AMM chief, said Muslims punished for merely being Muslims in this country. So he started whipping up a sense of victimhood. Asaduddin Owaisi, I've already told you, his member of parliament, Imtiaz Jalil, from his own party, says, hang Nupur in Chowraha for insulting Prophet. We have still in this country the law of the land. No one can call for anyone to be hung by vigilantes. Not Nupur, PM and RSS responsible for all of this, said Rahul Gandhi, Congress MP. Then Jairam Ramesh says that BJP single-handedly responsible for igniting passions. So viewers, here again, we are rationalizing the response. You can protest, but you can't threaten violence. That is going beyond, viewers, ignited passions. That is threatening violence. That is threatening to take the law of the land into your own hands. There'll be anarchy if everyone started doing that, whatever the provocation. Akhilesh Yadav, Samajwadi Party chief, says punish not just face but BJP for disturbing harmony. So inviting again a backlash on the BJP. Viewers, the time has come to ask some basic questions. Who emboldened these vigilantes? And has the time come perhaps to name, shame, and even punish those who sat and fanned the flames of obscurantism? It's a question that needs to be asked, and it needs to